Facebook. We're going to check it. You're on.
Wow.
Great. Oh, that's fabulous.
You see it? I see you.
I see you. You
I
see
see
me.
you.
It's great. It's live. It's Facebook, and we're lo and behold.
Here we are developing the present by getting a good look at the past. That's lo and behold.
Absolutely. We take the historic scenic route.
Yeah, we don't leave it to chance. We're right there. We're going to teach critical thinking instead of being taught how to ignore it like they do in public school. They teach us about it, and then they teach us to ignore critical thought.
It's a shame how that happens, Joan. None of us I can't even focus anymore. I mean, everything is being worn away. My attention span, my ability to think in anything longer than a tweet. I mean, it's all gone. It's absolutely gone.
I'm writing a book. I don't know if I shared this with you, but I can tell you now. It's called Marxism for Dummies.
Oh, good. Very good. You're the woman to write it.
I'm sure that's what we need right now. We need to process it through the think tank.
Well, there's going to be a lot coming through the think tank, and that certainly can, your book can certainly be part of that.
Right. How we really talk about the collective spirit and what really is common about common sense once we have a community. And there's plenty of room in the think tank. It's all safe distance. However many of us are in there, it's still safe distance inside the think tank.
It expands 20 feet for each person who comes in to communicate.
That's right. And we're far from the war on masks. The masks versus the unmasked. Think tank protects you from all that.
Well, it keeps us thinking. That's what I like about the think tank. It's always going to offer something to ponder, something to consider.
And folks who step in there with us, bring us your issue. We'll do some research. We'll pull some dialectic into it. And we promise that your issue is going to get developed in a way that moves forward. That's the think tank for you. Moving the issues forward from the historical past. That way we know where to go.
At least, as long as we're not going backwards.
We're not going, we're going.
I get so disturbed when politicians talk about going back to the way we were and building back better. You know, there's a lot there to cause concern, you know?
Their idea of normal was obsolete to begin with. They started obsolete. So where we get support and where we give support, and folks who are building a community of thinking with the issues that are in front of them today, I really think that's the job of the think tank. So as we go through it, you folks watching climb in, because basically we'd like to build a think tank community.
Oh, people are here.
What do you see? Tell me everything.
Well, Jared, Ann Morris, Barry Lynn. Oh, wow. This is great. All our pals are here. Our pals are coming in to our live launch.
Oh my goodness. Ann Morris is there?
Yeah.
And Jared, yippee.
Yeah. We're just waiting for a few more people to come in so we can give you the official tour and talk a little more about what a great adventure this is going to be.
And how this website came to be, and how Rhonda and I came to be. Lo and behold, there's a road and a long story that goes with it.
And actually some laughs along the way.
Knock, knock.
Oh God, who's there? Who's there?
Think tank.
Think tank who?
Think tank, your pants are on fire.
Think tank, your pants are on fire. Okay, Joan. I think somebody on Facebook or on YouTube, you know, we're also live on YouTube. I believe we are also live on YouTube at Lo and Behold Comedy there. And if you are at our YouTube channel, click subscribe and thumbs up that you love us, that we are fabulous, and you know, do all of those things that we do now on social media, like and follow. You can follow us on Facebook, Lo and Behold, like us there, Lo and Behold Comedy, and YouTube.
And like us so much that you jump into the tank with us, because that's really where our work is going to start, when you guys get in the tank.
Well, yeah. And if they want to send ideas to us at our website, they can do that too.
Good.
At loandbehold.company. Is that correct, Joan? Is that right there?
I love that one. And I love you know what else I love? I love our email address. Now, I know a lot of people don't walk around with pride in their email address, but I love that little email address. That little LNB 233. I just think it's adorable, fits in everywhere.
Did you say the whole thing? Did you say the whole email address?
And LNB 233 at Gmail.
There you go, folks. Well, we have some people here, and I'm very excited.
Tell me what you see, because I don't see it from here. Tell me everything.
Well, they're on Facebook. My cousin via marriage, Bobby, is there. Rashmi, a fabulous singer who I will be appearing in the Tribeca Performing Arts Center Writers Lab project with her. Rashmi is a fabulous singer, songwriter, actress, writer, Renaissance woman, and she's joining us. My cousin via marriage. Hi, Bobby. Thank you for showing up. And we'll get maybe one more person, and then we'll start talking about things. Or maybe we could just start talking about how we met. You know, Joan, I remember, you may remember it differently. We connected via Randy Credico of political fame, of the Mueller report and investigations of various and
mayoral candidate. Did you work on the mayors?
Yes, I actually
got signatures.
I got signatures for him when he was running for office, Randy Credico, and you
now he's running from it, but before it,
you would be at St. Mark's, where he had his shows, and he would give you time there. And every time I was there, you were there. And finally, we started talking.
In that spotless bathroom. Do you remember that little bathroom back there? I'm like, Rhonda.
That was a very interesting place. They had absinthe there. And I never tasted the absinthe. Now I'm sorry that I never tasted the absinthe, but we started a communication, and then for a while I worked with you to get you more comfortable doing your stand-up.
Rhonda, you had the patience of a saint, yelling at an 80-year-old to focus. Focus. What's wrong with you? Just because you're 80. Just no reason not to be focused. Yeah, it was really an important period of time for me to get that developed and get that comfortable with being on stage?
Well, what my background as a director, I really enjoy coaching people that I feel like I have a rapport with, and you were a fascinating student. And then we started being on. We continued to be on shows together, shows down at Otto's Shrunken Head and Tenpenny Comedy, which when they were at Coney Island Baby on the Lower East Side in that beautiful theater
That
there.
was lovely. That green room was bigger than their main room. Remember the green room with running water and
it was fabulous, and we have continued to do shows together. And then you started talking about doing something. How did you start that whole idea, Joan? How did you rope me into this?
This is the story of how it started.
Because we've been trying to do this for over about a year and a half.
And part of it was that even I'm so new to this field, Rhonda had a lot more experience, but even going up on the issues and the satire that was facing us, women writing about the world they live in and daring to peek out of the vaginal wall and come out into the daylight. And I did a set on corporate taxes, and the owner of the club said to me, "Joan, you talk about corporate taxes, you're going to empty my club in 30 seconds. I'm thinking about it, 30 seconds. I think I can do it quicker. I can empty your club in 20 seconds. So
hold that thought, honey. Hold that thought, because Ann McCormick is in the front row. Ann McCormick of Groovin on a Sunday, which I sing with on a regular basis, and people can follow on Facebook. And also Matt Nisanoff, who is from the Politipod podcast gang. So
I watch him. I watch his work, and I watch the work you're doing there. It's great.
So continue, honey. I interrupted you. I just want to make sure all the fabulous people who are coming in. Judy Hinchy. Hi, ladies. Judy Hinchy says hi.
That's great.
Yeah. So continue, Joan.
Right. So we decided that we would create a space where we could talk about corporate non-paid taxes. We could talk about the world of women outside the vaginal wall and the things that impact on us. So yeah, we're, whether or not abortion is murder, it ain't a crime in the think tank, however. So it may be, but not in the think tank.
And
so we created a space.
Well, yeah, and what intrigued me was I don't know how you started saying "lo and behold," but I love the way it sounded. I don't know, it sounded Shakespearean and yet forward thinking to me. And so I think for maybe about 6 months we had a name, and now as your expansive mind.
Do you remember the fainting couch before there was a think tank?
I told you not to mention the fainting couch. I asked you not to mention the fainting couch, but we had the name, and now we have a website. Would you like to show the people a little bit of our website?
These guys got to see it. That's the whole launch. Is this beautiful piece?
Okay. Oh my God! Look, I love that picture. I love that picture at loandbehold.comedy. The home page. We'll scroll down. Let's see what's on the
and we
home.
got to thank Gray Morris. Ann is Gray's wife. So Ann, you got to see what Gray has built for us here.
Rhonda Hanson and Joan Reimeth are Lo and Behold comedians who kickbox corporate greed and real-time threats to our humanity.
They explore the historic scenic root of culture and chaos and offer laughs as they point out the benefits, point out who benefits and who pays. And really, I need to underline that because that's really one of the jobs of Lo and Behold. We keep an eye on the impact and the economic and environmental justice of who benefits and who pays.
Yeah, well, we talk about reparations in this particular video. I just want to do a little bit of this video.
Good.
People can come back to our website, which is loandbehold.company, and really get a full idea of a lot of the media that's there. But let's look at a little bit of this. No more saving America or saving American democracy by Black people until we get reparations.
Wait, it's been in Congress for only 30 years. Why are you so pushy?
Because I'm that kind of woman. I am that kind of woman. Yeah.
And Rhonda, the reparations, not just for the first 400 years, but for yesterday and the day before.
Well,
how are these folks? That's what the reparations is the Jim Crow today.
Yes, and I'm so glad you said that. And it's also for going forward, Joan. Let's see what other pages are on our website that about what's going on and about. I love this picture of us. We were at the gallery where your jewelry was on exhibition, and I'm sitting on a motorcycle and you've got the helmet there.
That's us. One on the cycle, one in the, let those who ride decide. We figure out they've got one helmet and two of us.
Yeah, and there's our email address, landb233@gmail.com. So people can email us so they can be notified of the exciting things that we have coming up. Every week, there's going to be something different happening with us. But also, if they have think tank ideas or topics that they want to see us discuss, we had critical thinking was one of our topics, and the reparations, and if they have ideas that they want to explore with us, they can email us at landb233@gmail.com. What's
if you push on that, Rhonda, but I don't know if Jason is behind you on that found ideas. Oh, good. All right, moving right along. The found ideas had some artwork in it, and that artwork is going to come into our lives. Oh, look at that.
Is that some of your beautiful creations, Joan?
Did you push on that? Yes.
Some of your beautiful creations?
It is. And we're going to offer some of that down the line. You guys.
Down the line, there will be an opportunity for people to win that in lotteries while they're supporting us. But let's go back. I wanted people to see some more about you on the About page. I don't know if people realize your background in nursing. That's what right there. Joan Reinmuth, retired nurse, community activist, and word stylist. Yes.
I use only the best letters.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
What can you do with 27? How many are in the alphabet?
Yeah.
How much can you do after all? You have to use found ideas.
I think this must be a quote from you down there. It says, remember, Lo and Behold are not personally pacifists, so don't try any shit. Oh my God.
I thought I wrote crap. I didn't know it said shit.
Well, yeah, that's the way it spells, when you don't have all the letters, Joan.
Because we do recommend always peaceful protest, but I didn't want people to get the idea they could start any crap with us either.
Let's see another page here. What's other broken promises?
Oh, Rhonda.
Oh yeah, this was a great. I like this picture because
Let's do it like we were doing it like it's a script. Let's do it.
I like this picture because it was taken at Dixon Place when I was doing my one-woman show.
It was gorgeous, Rhonda. That show was gorgeous.
And it was really great. People can come back here and see some of our ideas around this. What is the best invention ever?
The modern rape kit, definitely the best invention. The new kit, it makes it possible for anyone to obtain a sterile specimen for clinical and legal assessment.
Well, you know, I want people to come back to our website and to connect with us via email and send us your thoughts. But the main thing that I'm excited about is our comedy think tank, and I want to show people an example of our, oh, well, here's some more media that they can see when they come on. This on the bottom where it says July 28th is actually spoken word, a COVID spoken word poetry that I did. But
It's
we
so good,
can
Rhonda, play some of it. It's so good.
no, I want the
Oh, come on. Couple of it. It's great.
COVID-19 be stealth as fuck, snatching gurgling babies, invincible teens, 30, 40, and 50-somethings with no underlying conditions. Gathering nursing home bodies with both hands, just because it can come at you from surfaces, thin air, and asymptomatic motherfuckers without a mask, mutating for the fun of it. Capricious souvenirs remind you you may never really be free of corona. Never free to whisper, close, shake hands, hug, or laugh with abandon. Abandon. Spontaneous reaction. Caution is your only friend and will betray you at whim.
oh wow, that's something. Wow. But to take the focus off of me for a minute, we had a guest in our think tank who was talking with us about our addiction to incarceration, the American addiction to incarceration, and
Where we discovered that the only thing that does well in prison is COVID-19.
yeah.
The only thing that can
It's
survive.
11:58, and we were looking at noon. But we're all here. The gang's all here at the Lo and Behold Comedy Think Tank. The gang is all here
Yay for us.
with our special guest. Would you like to introduce our special guest, Joan?
I'm gonna start it all. It's not live and it's not Saturday night, but it's
We are
Lo-
live, honey. We are live.
We're live, and it's not Saturday night, but it is, lo and behold, here in the think tank, where critical thinking is rewarded and common sense sometimes goes overboard. We read that it's a very good year for ripe bananas, edibles, and guns. We were told toilet paper might be in demand, so 14 million of us fantasized a threat to their ass, went out and bought guns to protect the toilet paper. Now, lo and behold, they're asking, do Americans have a fantasy problem? We built this country on a fantasy, dreamed that gold was buried in vacant lots, and according to some white people, all the lots were vacant. This was not a little house on the prairie. This was a million little houses on the prairie, each one with a fantasy to lock up trespassers. Normally in this country, we have about 2 million, mostly not white prisoners locked up. The think tank is now thinking, we're not going back to normal. Normal is obsolete racism. It's a false equivalency, not black versus white, it's black versus racism. Do I see Saturn coming up on the horizon with rings? That's not Saturn, is that Venus? No, that's Rhonda. And that's Rhonda with a super guest, my North Star, and one of my favorite sons. Rhonda, who do you got?
The author, writer, actor, director, Jared Reimuth, and I'm holding up his book that I was
Oh,
fortunate
Gregory
enough
looks
to
so
get
familiar.
when he had a signing at the Strand bookstore. Would you just tell us a little bit about your book and how it relates to the topic of addiction to incarceration?
Of course. So this is, of course, the story of Frank Big Black Smith, who was the head of the prison security for the prisoners during the Attic Rebellion of 1971, which ended in a massacre perpetrated by the governor of New York at the time, Rockefeller, in collaboration with President Nixon. The prisoners, as they articulated their demands and as they articulated grievances, they articulated it with the language of abolition. They saw the prison as a plantation. They called it the warden's plantation, where they were forced to work for sometimes 30 cents a day in horrible conditions. And it was about dignity. And they used the language of a slave rebellion. That's exactly how they articulated it. They already at that time were discussing mass incarceration as just an extension of the plantation system. And that was how they articulated it themselves. And you see it in all of their demands, writings, and personal papers. Of course, so many great prison writers. And now Frank Smith is, takes his place amongst them.
What you said, it has struck me so much, how important language is around a person's survival, and using the terminology from slavery in connection with incarceration, I feel is not far off at all. It's almost completely on point, because it seems geared towards targeting the descendants of slavery in America. And I'm going to ask people to come back to our website and our YouTube channel to see the rest of this, Joan.
Yeah,
But
good.
this is just a little example of what goes on in the think tank,
This is where we, really pull together on who benefits and who pays for a private prison and how that impacts on us today. So, yeah, come back and look at it. It's worth going through again.
Speaking of private, when people have an opportunity to support us, they will actually get a sneak peek of some private content that's not available to everyone. And one of those things is our theme song that people will, that is in the private area. Would you like to hear our theme song, Joan?
I want to hear you sing. Yeah, that's the reason.
Black woman of fire and autonomy, Nina Simone of comedy, that's my hashtag. Lo and behold,
lo and behold, both is likely to rage well like the past, all their dreams. My love of satire never runs out of steam.
that's my hashtag.
Lo
And behold,
lo and behold.
Comedy with a conscience.
Comedy with the conscience, yes. This is really fabulous. I think the people who are watching us on Facebook, I'm just so happy you decided to tune in, and I want you to share our page with people, because we want to get our subscriptions up on YouTube as well. We do have Lo and Behold Comedy on YouTube. Jack Hoffman, oh my gosh, Jack Hoffman, comedy connoisseur is in the house, along with Barry Lynn and Sandra Bene, who's a great singer, along with Groovin on a Sunday. You should follow Groovin on a Sunday because the shows are fantastic. Ann McCormick and Woody Reagan are the engine behind some fabulous musical offerings, now in a virtual cabaret. We used to be at Don't Tell Mama, and then we moved to 53 above, but you follow them. Gray, I think Gray Ivor Morris, so multi-talented. Yeah, speaking of multi-talented, when you see our website, this guy
I'm gonna want to leave.
he has worked magic, and I thank you so much, Gray. You are so you are so patient with us. Oh, Rashmi, who is a singer-songwriter, she says it's a lovely theme song. Thank you so much. I want you to share Lo and Behold Comedy on Facebook, also on YouTube. Visit our website and sign up for information about us, so you get notifications when we go live or when we have a new video. And also you can learn how to support us and see all of that special secret behind the scenes stuff that we put in that special place.
And we so much want to squeeze you. We can't wait to squeeze into a small space. And I just can't wait. And the think tank is really got the room right there. And we would love to drive around with you in it. We really would.
Absolutely. Oh, Jack Hoffman. Yes, Jack Hoffman. You were at Tribeca Performing Arts Center when Rhonda Handsome and Friends did the show there. And that was just before we shut down everything in March. And I thank you so much for coming out to that. Not many of us have been out much since then. This is really, really exciting. Gaynell Jasper is here. Oh my gosh. This is a lifelong friend of mine and a major force in my life. I am so thankful for everyone who's come out. Joan, I know you have some things you want to sneak in here before we leave from our live launch on Facebook and YouTube of Lo and Behold. What do you want to make sure that we've covered, honey?
That the think tank runs on fumes, but it's a hybrid coupe, and it runs on a low-fact blend of liquid democracy. And for the drink of choice, you guys join us and we'll always serve up something fresh. You'll never be disappointed. It's a world out there of courage, and it's courage basically that makes folks comfortable. We're always being told what's comfortable and how to be comfortable. Lo and behold, to show you comfort, it's courage. That's how you spell comfort in the think tank. You gotta have courage.
Absolutely, we need courage. I am so grateful for this experience. I am so delighted with our collaboration, Joan. And I just want to tell people that a few of the other collaborations that I have, one is Palatunatics. Those are those fabulous cartoons that are illustrated by Art of Scott W. If you go to Palatunatics, those you'll see the cartoons that I write with Scott. Scott is a fabulous illustrator.
Great page, Rhonda. It's really beautiful when you turn to it. That portrait of you and him, that's gorgeous.
Thank you. And also Politipod podcast, which is available on SoundCloud. There is a compilation of the best of the year, which is just fabulous. It's absolutely great. You can hear Politipod on SoundCloud. And the Politipod gang is just a fabulous bunch of writers and performers. But today, the big kahuna is Lo and Behold Comedy, inaugurating, going live with the new comedy think tank. And I want to thank everybody for sharing in this event with us.
Guys, we're so grateful. We really just wanted to get you in here so we could hug you. And that was the main thing, was a big hug. I'm so glad. Rhonda, tell me who you see there. Are any of their faces up? No, we're not seeing their faces.
I'm not seeing faces. Ann McCormick asks, what's the YouTube channel's title? It should be Lo and Behold Comedy. But if you go, if you make sure you sign up on our website, we'll make sure you have all the links, all the correct names, and all the information about the exciting things we're going to be doing every week. We're going to try to come to you weekly, probably on Wednesdays, but we want to have your information so we can go, we're live, or you can catch us on YouTube now. So we can stay in touch that way. Should we go out with our theme song, Joan? Do you think
Yes,
that's
yes.
Black woman of fire and autonomy, Nina Simone of comedy. That's my hashtag. Lo and behold,
Lo and behold, both is likely to rage well like the past, all their dreams. My love of satire never runs out of steam.
that's my hashtag.
Lo
And behold,
Lo and behold.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. We're going to see you sooner than you think. I know it. I know it. Rhonda, was that the picture from Holiday on Rice?
Yes, that's in your community room there.
Are we kissing everyone goodbye? Have they
Yeah,
gone?
well, yeah, I think we said everything. Oh, Ukes rule. Grace said Ukes rule. Oh, Barry says, what a grand collaboration it is. It really and truly is. And Joyce Griffin, this fabulous actress, director, writer, I directed her one-woman show about Madam C.J. Walker. Thank you for coming out, Joyce Griffin. Oh, this is so great. My heart is full with the love.
That's right. We teach reasonable doubt here. That's reasonable doubt. If you can leave with anything, leave with reasonable doubt, and you're on your way to critical thinking.
Oh, Matt says, excellent kickoff, mazel tov.
Yay.
Oh, thank you. And Ann Morris says, bye, love you guys. Got to meet you, Rhonda. I'm looking
Oh, good.
forward
Good.
to it.
Good, good, good.
We're going to go now.
Bye, darlings.
Bye-bye.
Bye, darlings. Is that it?